Have you had a website for a while? Do you pay attention to the amount of traffic you get? You know, how many visits you get per day and so forth? Hopefully, if you're doing everything we've been talking about, that number is going up and up and up over time. If you've been working on it and you're not having much success, feel free to get a hold of us and we'll maybe take a look at it for you and give you some ideas. But if it's working well and you're still not getting the amount of business you'd like, maybe there's something you're not doing to capture some of those people that you might otherwise miss. The thing is, a lot of people aren't ready to buy the first time they encounter your website. Sometimes they're not buyers. Maybe they're shoppers. They're looking around. Maybe they're just learners. Hey, maybe they don't know enough about buying cars, and that's what you sell, and they want to learn a lot about buying cars before they actually start shopping for a place to buy. Don't let them be anonymous. Give them a reason to share something with you that allows you to touch base with them later. Often that's called an opt-in or an incentive. You say, hey, I'm going to give you something really valuable. Here's a guide to buying a new car. And the only thing you have to give me to get this guide is your email address or your name and your email address. But by the way, don't ask for too much information. The more steps you put in the way of them claiming their incentive, the less likely you are to get somebody to follow through on all those steps. So here's what you do. You provide your guide or some other incentive. Sometimes it's a coupon. Sometimes it's an engineering spec sheet. Sometimes it's a free lesson. It could be many, many things. Whatever it is, figure out what works for you, and just make sure that you ask your potential customers, hey, share with me your first name and your email address. I'll give you this thing. And then don't lose that information. That could be the most valuable information that you ever get on the internet. Make sure you keep a database of that and either reach out to them manually if you're a small business and you have a lot of time, or figure out a way to automate the process using iContact, MailChimp, or Constant Contact, or some other utility like that, where you have maybe 5, 7, or 11 follow-up emails where you continue to educate, entertain, and build trust and authenticity so that, once again, when the day comes that they're thinking about actually shopping, they say, hey, or buying, they say, hey, I've been following this guy or this business for a long time. I really like what they've said. They've given me a lot of value. I'll at least check them out first. That's a really great place to be. But in order to do that, you got to make sure people aren't anonymous, that they don't just visit you and then disappear. And one way to do that is to provide an opt-in or an incentive so you capture their data and follow through with them in the future. One more point. Don't abuse this. Nothing will get you more bad reviews on the internet, more angry people, than if you somehow just keep spamming them, or don't provide real value, or ask for the sale the first time you ever contact them. Be nice. Take your time, develop that trust and authenticity. In the long run, that'll pay off for you. And I'm not going to get angry calls from people saying, hey, you told those guys to send me a whole bunch of emails. Nothing could be further from the truth. And so we'd love to help with this if you need help. But if you're doing it already in some way and it's working for you, we'd love to hear what works. We're always trying to learn, and we're always trying to share information with other people who are ambitious, hardworking, and like to share positive things with the world.